All right, so again about electoral reform, because yesterday the protesters were tear gassed heavily, sadly. Now, what do they want? The protesters are saying that they want their votes to count. So the transmission machine should work and everybody should be able to track their votes, right? You see, there's a big problem. There's a bigger problem than the electoral reform itself. Because here's the thing. If the machine that will count your votes stop to work on that day, what next? Then they go back to manual voting, of course. You see? On that day, the government can even say, you people want machine to work, right? Okay, the machine is working. On that very day, somebody will pour water on top of the machine. They'll say, okay, the machine cannot work in this social area because we cannot go and provide machine to manually do it. But this is not the point I'm trying to make here. The bigger problem is the judicial arm of the government have been raped by the presidency of this country. Especially in this President Bola Ahmed Tinubu regime. Understand this now. Who appoints the INEC chairman? See, that's the first big problem. It is the president, or will I say presidency, appoints the INEC chairman. So, whether machine work, machine no work, one person is in charge of announcing the result. And that is the INEC chairman, the INEC itself. And the INEC staff, everybody that goes, that uses, even the people that use this machine, are staff of INEC. And if the machine refuses to work on that day, the people that will manually count those things, count the votes, are staff of INEC. And everybody are under the INEC chairman that is being appointed by presidency or the president. You see, that is a problem. Now, let's even say that the INEC chairman now does free and fair. And let's even say the president lost. And another person emerges as the winner. Then the president will say, let's go to court because I believe I won. Going to court will be a second chance. Now, who is in charge of all the judges in Nigeria? We have the Chief Justice of the Federation. What's her name? I love that name so much. Kikiri Ekun. Small tiger. She's in charge. Now, how did she become the Chief Justice of the Federation? You see, the last place a file will pass before they make her the Chief Justice, presidency. That one, they do, for Chief Justice matter, they don't do mago-mago. You know, if you just pick one person, make a Chief Justice. There's like an hierarchy, the person that is the most senior, you know, the people, that one, it's the mago-mago, you know, the hard. It's very hard. But this is the last part. Some names will be given to the president before they will pick the Chief Justice. President will look at it, the name where they don't nominate. NJC, the name where all of them don't nominate. Okay, these three people, president pick. Now the one where president say, okay, this is the one, now I go be president. So, in a way, presidency gets a little influence over that. So let's just say INEC goes against his favor. Then they go to court. The president still has a little bit of an upper hand. Now, what am I trying to say in a nutshell? Electoral reform should start with the president not appointing the INEC chairman. You see, that's the first reform you need. Not some machine. Not some machine. All those machines are just, they are secondary things. The primary thing is the president should stop appointing the INEC chairman. And the president, well, we cannot say the president should stop okaying the Chief Justice of the Federation. Because once you put it, once you limit it to a particular type of voting, then they start influencing the voting. You know, one or two persons that want to become the CJN, they'll come go, they lobby some of the other judges ready for the panel to pick. So I think that one, I can't figure out the pattern that they will use now. Maybe when I sit down and think, I'll think. But for the INEC chairman, so long the president appoints the INEC chairman, electoral reform cannot be reformed. And your vote will never count the way you think it will count. That's just the truth, you know. But it's a good thing that the comrades that are protesting about this, it's a good thing that they are sparking up fires. But you see, the fires that they are sparking is not going to do nothing if the real things are not being done. And again, I'll still stand by what I said. The people that can push this reform when me I dey talk, Atiku, Obi, Kwankwaso, and these men need to follow this thing head on. Nobody say come today, another person come tomorrow, make press release the protesters, you will go back. No. They need to stop the president from appointing the INEC chairman. Again, appointment in Nigeria is usually not by merit. It's them doing you a favor. So the person that appoints you, or the person that moved your file for you to be appointed, you owe that person a favor. You owe that person a favor. Understand these things. And again, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, pattern of politics. You see, I studied this man. I studied the way he moves when it comes to politics. And up till now, I've still not figured him out completely. But you see, there are some things that I style and his pattern. I'll set you up for life, you owe me a favor. That's what it does. That's what it does. Anyways, my point is this. The judiciary have been raped by presidency. Nobody challenges the president. And it's not like that in other countries. It's not like that. If you watch Narcos, I know you watch Narcos. When the President Gavira, if he won't do something against Escobar sometimes, maybe he won't carry out something. As the president, this year on CJN, I'll be Attorney General. No, Attorney General is meant to represent you. It's like the president is like the lawyer for the country. So that's the Attorney General. Anyways, that one go tell and say, you don't have the power to do this. I will stand against you, the third president. But for Nigeria, I lie, it's your president talk, not invalid. It's you talk, no counts. Nobody can go against the president. The judiciary have been raped by presidency. Until the judiciary is fixed, it go really hard. It go really hard. And mind you, the best electoral reform, this part is important. The best electoral reform cannot come now. If you like, talk from now till tomorrow. The best electoral reform will come in 2030 something. When a new person wants to come, a new person that they are not sure of his character. That's where the bigger problem will come, not now. Now everybody are going to do the bidding of the presidency. For crying out loud, the INEC chairman is appointed by him. Think I'm now. I'm not a sentimental person. I just tell you what it is. You know. Think I'm now. Anyways, peace and love, don't play. If you play, don't learn, and you learn the hard way. And shout out to all the protesters putting in their efforts to make Nigeria a great country. God bless you all. And it's so sad that police are shooting tear gas at harmless protesters. You know, but it is Nigeria. These people like to do what they like to do. And again, Nigerians like to really condemn when it is at their own disadvantage. The other day, Nigerian army go Adama, use gun. They come put their nail for ground. Brrr, for women where they protest. A lot of you kept quiet. Today you're crying that they shot you with tear gas. Mr. Don't play. If you play gun learn and don't play.
All right, yes. Now that you are watching video of VDM electoral reform, it makes some points that are also crucial and important. He said, first of all, before we talk of electoral reform, we have to ask who appoint the INEC chairman, Tinubu, president. Number two thing he say again, say who is in charge of all the judges in Nigeria, who appoint the chief judge of all judges is President Tinubu. Number 3 point, he said any chairman should come from the president if we really want a reform. He said this reform should start from the INEC chairman, not even the electronic transmission of results. He said we should start from there first. If we are talking on electoral reform, the INEC chairman should come from President Tinubu, should come from the president. Because at the end of the day, if they do electoral reform, it can be manipulated. It's a software which can be manipulated by programmers or the developers of the software. So this INEC chairman is a coco. You understand? Number four things he said that people can, he said the people that can really push for this electoral reform are are top politicians like Atiku, Peter Obi, Kwankwaso. He said now them support to push heavily for it. He said, but the protester that went there to protest that is pushing for it, he said, God bless you guys. He really salute, he hail you guys. Say, but the main key people says is Atiku, Obi, Kwakwaso. Number five thing, he said Tinubu pattern of politics like if I set you up as a politician, as a governor, as a senator, if I give you a political position, you must give me back the favor later. He said that pattern our president they use. That if I set you up for life, if I give you a political position or give you a job, you will pay me back later. You will pay me back for life. You will now owe me a favor. That means everybody wey president give appointment or give a position, political position, they hold am favor. And that favor is that they would forever down to his tune and play the game with am the way you want am, the way go take favor am. Number 16, so he say the judiciary have been raped by the president. He say nobody can challenge the president. And he explain, normally there's supposed to be one man wey fit challenge the president. We dey call am Anthony General, the one wey dey represent Nigeria lawyer, wey dey represent Nigeria, na him be only person wey be get the right to fit challenge the presidency. But in this case, based on say all of them have been raped, you understand? They don't catch everybody for one cage or for one bottle. So they cannot speak. Again, they have to speak the president mind. That is what VDN, the 6 points I just underlined from wetin VDN talk. Yeah, thank you for listening. God bless Ratebum, God bless VDN, God bless everybody that went to protest. You can see yesterday there were tear gas the protest yesterday at the front of the National Assembly. They scared the protester away. They are no longer there now because they don't use tear gas. You understand? Nevertheless, that is part of the way. Me, I know that's how they will later come up. They will not tell us that the protest will turn into violent. That's why they use tear gas. We shall remain blessed.